You bring home a new companion bird, expecting a bond built on trust and affection. But the moment you reach out for a gentle scratch, the bird hisses, lunges, and bites. It's a painful rejection that leaves both your finger and your feelings hurt. At that moment, it feels like a personal attack. We often assume the bird is acting out of malice, spite, or a general bad attitude. We label them as nasty, and we start to avoid the cage altogether. But the cockatiel is a prey animal. To a creature weighing just a few ounces, your reaching hand doesn't look like an offer of love. It looks like a massive, unpredictable giant invading its only safe space. This friction isn't a personality clash. It's a direct result of how a cockatiel's specific visual anatomy dictates its survival response. To the bird, what you're doing is actually terrifying. Stopping the biting requires us to set aside human emotional assumptions. We have to look past the aggression and step into the biological reality of how a prey animal actually perceives your hand. Cockatiels have eyes on the sides of their heads, providing a massive 350-degree field of vision. But this creates a blind spot directly in front. A reaching hand disappears into this gap, then suddenly reappears inches from their eyes like a materializing monster. When we see the anatomy, the lunging and biting make sense. It isn't a calculated act of aggression. It's simply an instinctive fight or flight reflex to a terrifying jump scare. Many owners also misunderstand a behavior called beak testing. Parrots use their beaks like a third foot, reaching out to grip a branch to see if it's stable before committing their full weight. When an owner offers a finger and the bird reaches out with an open beak, the immediate human instinct is to flinch in fear and pull the hand away as fast as physically possible. But pulling away makes the bird feel unstable. This inadvertently teaches the cockatiel that human hands are dangerous and unreliable perches, which only increases their fear. To counter this, you use the safe giant posture. You reach from below chest level with a flat palm and your thumb tucked in. This approach stays within their lateral vision and avoids looking like a grasping claw. By holding your hand perfectly steady, you prove that the hand is a reliable foundation. You aren't a predator, you're a sturdy place to land. Even with a slow approach, a bird may still try to bite. If that happens, never yell, never harshly scold, or jerk your hand away. To a bird, loud noises and fast movements are exciting. They act as positive reinforcement, teaching the bird that biting is the best way to get a big, dramatic reaction from you. Instead, you can use the 5-second balance shift. This is a non-punitive way to interrupt the bite sequence without scaring the bird or destroying the trust you've been building. If the bird starts to bite, simply tip your hand slightly. This gentle movement forces it to release and focus on regaining its balance. This interruption breaks the cycle immediately. It allows you to set a clear boundary while keeping the bird's sense of safety completely intact. We have to remember the scale of the leap the cockatiel is taking. A wild prey animal is actively trying to override its own biology to befriend a creature thousands of times its size. That progress depends on consistency, reading their crest for stress, respecting their physical space, and ending on a positive note. The guiding philosophy here is that trust is earned in drops, but it is easily lost in buckets. One fast grab or angry shout can undo weeks of work. But when you provide that stability, you eventually see the signs of genuine avian affection, the bird lowering its head for a scratch or grinding its beak in total contentment. Adopting this biological perspective creates a foundation for a bond that isn't possible through human assumptions alone. It turns a fearful animal into a lifelong companion. To start spotting the early signs of that friendship, check out the 7 signs of a trusting cockatiel.